So we will start from question 41, right? So because we left at, the homework was till question 40. Okay? So if you have not completed the homework till now, so you can do it. Okay? Send me your queries separately because there is repetition in the questions. So you can do that much on your own. Okay? If there is still any question you cannot understand, so please ask me. So bete, all of you can see the screen. Maro, Shamsal and Shahid. Can you guys see
Yes,
this?
ma'am.
Alright.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we are going to alright. So we are going to do question number 41. Question is a shopkeeper sells fruit at the prices shown below in the table below. So Sabah buys 750 grams of apples and 1 melon. So we need to calculate how much she need to pay. So 1 melon price is already there in the table. So what to do with orange price of apples? What should we do about it?
Ma'am, we can convert the no, no.
जी बेटे
Yeah,
any
ma'am. Ma'am, I think so that 750 gram is 75% of 1 kg. So to find the price of 750 grams of apple, we need to find the 75% of $2.4.
all right, that's right. So one method can be what Shahir is saying, that 750 gram is basically, so you can do it in many ways. Okay, I'm writing here. So one way is like how Shahir is saying. Shahir is saying we need to find out 75% of 2.4. Why 75? Because 750 gram is you can say 75% of 1 kg. ठीक है, तो हम ये इस तरह निकाल सकते हैं कि why we are doing this is method 1. So why? Because 750 gram जो है ना, that is 75% of 1 kg. ठीक है, so we know the price of 1 kg, so we can solve it. That's right. Another way is we can look at this, that 750 gram is basically 3/4. In fraction form अगर आप सोचें तो 750 gram 3/4 है. So same method, 3/4 of 2.4. ठीक है, that is also correct. So in the method 1 we have used the concept of percentage. In method 2 we are using concept of fraction. There is another method also that is a very, you know, obvious method, that we can say 750 gram is equal to 0.75 kg. And now I can just find out this is the weight and this is the price per kg. So the price would be price of, apples is equal to simple 0.75 multiplied with 2.4, right? So this can also happen. So we are multiplying 2 decimal digit with another 1 decimal digit. Let's solve it actually. So this is 75 by 100 multiplied with 24 by 10. So we can do the simplification. This is 3/4. This 4 can be cancelled with this 24. 6 are, then you can simply write down 6 3s are 18, and in the denominator it is 10. So the final answer is $1.8. And that makes sense also because it is 2.4 dollar per kg and we are buying less than a kg, so it is a lesser amount. ठीक है. So now the price of melon, it's written already in the question, in the table, sorry. The price of melon is $1.85. So how much is the total amount she needs to pay? Total would be 1.8 plus 1.85. Can anyone tell me the answer?
And 3.65.
3.65. Excellent. ठीक है. So the rule is decimal under the decimal. This is your answer. So the next part is profit percentage. The shopkeeper buys 100 oranges for $55, 50 kg apples for $80 and 20 melons for $15. ठीक है. So he sells all of these fruits on the prices given in the table. ठीक है. We need to find out how much percentage profit he is getting. Is the question clear? Okay, what do we need to find out?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So we have two things. So this amount which is given in this part is basically cost price, and the amount which was in the table above, that is sale price. Okay, so we will calculate the cost price first, okay, how much he spent while purchasing those fruits. So we will say 100 oranges he took for $25, then $80, and then $15. So how much total money he spent while purchasing those fruits? So it is 40 plus 80, $120. Okay, he spent $120 in purchasing those fruits. All right. So now we need to find out what is the sale price. Okay. For sale price, I'm going to write down. I will go back to the table. Okay. So the sale price of oranges are 35 cent each. Okay. So 35. Now the unit is also important. It is cents. 35 cents in dollar would be 0.35, and multiplied with, we are having 100 oranges. Okay. This is the sale price of oranges. So plus apples per kg were 2.40 is the sale price of apple, and there are 50 kgs. We will know the sale price, and then we are having, you can see the sale price for melon was $1.85, and he's having 15 melons. So now we can just simply do the calculation. 0.35 multiplied by 100 is 35, plus 2.4 multiplied by 50. So we can simply multiply 2.4 with 5. So 50 से था, so 120. I hope this is a simple calculation for you also. So you can do it here or anywhere.
Ma'am,
So 1.8, जी
the
बेटे.
the melons are actually 20. He sells it for $15.
Oh, you're right. Thank you for telling me. So this is 20, sorry, 20 melons he sold. All right. So now it is easier. So what is double of 185? 370.
Yes, ma'am.
And there is a zero here, and when we will put back the decimal, so basically it is $37. Okay. So now we can just add them all. So the cost price was 120 and the sale price is 120. तो यहाँ पे ही आ गया हमारे पास. So this extra is your profit. So total is $192. ठीक है? So now, this is analytical question where it's not only that you need to apply the formula of profit percentage, but you need to calculate from the given scenario and how much is the profit. Okay, so now you can say that the profit is, how much is the profit? 72, $72. Okay,
Yes.
so now we can apply the formula. We have done this formula many times now. What is formula of profit percentage? Can anyone tell me? What is the formula of profit percentage?
Profit by cost price into 100%.
Very right. Profit by cost price multiplied by 100. So we know all the values now. Profit is $72. Cost price is 120 and multiplied with 100. This 10 can be cancelled. 12 5s are 60, 12 6 are 72. So 60% profit he is getting. How much is the profit? 60% is the profit. Okay. So there is something very interesting here. So just look at this. This part is 3 marks question in the paper. And in P1, this is the maximum marks you can get for one question. Okay. So this is although this question is P1 question, and in P1 mostly the questions are knowledge based questions, simple formulas ki memorization, mathematical questions are there. You need to attempt those, but sometimes the scenarios are also involved. So this is the maximum questions, maximum marks which you can get in P1, 3 marks question. Okay, only for part B where you have calculated profit percentage. Okay, so moving on to next question. Next question is that Lewis works in an office for normal time. So हमने इस तरह के question पहले भी किया था. For normal time, he is paid $8 per hour. For overtime, he is paid the same rate as the normal plus an extra 50%. Okay. So if he is working overtime, he is getting 50% extra. Okay. 1 month he works 140 hours normal time and 10 hours overtime. So आपने first part में you need to calculate how much he is paid for that month's work. Okay. So we are having two different types of payment. One is a normal payment and one is payment for
Extra payment. Extra time.
extra payment या overtime. ठीक है, overtime की payment. So normally he is working 140 hours and getting $8 per hour. So the normal pay he is getting is $11-20. ठीक है, that is the pay he is getting for the normal working hours. So now for the overtime, first of all, you need to tell me, okay, how much is the payment for overtime? So this is the trick in the question. Okay, he's getting overtime, he's getting the same rate as the normal payment plus an extra 50%. It means he's getting 8 plus 50% of 8. Is this thing clear? He's getting, अब देखिए, this, just look at the statement. For overtime, he's paid the same rate as normal time, plus he's getting 50% extra. So it means that he's getting the same amount, that is $8, plus he's getting 50% extra. So 50% of 8 is 4. So how much total he's getting for overtime? He's getting $12 instead of $8. Are we clear? Okay, how this $12 is calculated? Kinza and Kinza, you have recently joined, but are you clear?
Yes, miss.
All right, beta. So for extra time, he's getting $12. All right. So now you will say 12, 10 are the extra hours, and you will multiply it with 12. So he's getting $120 for overtime. So the total pay would be 1120 plus 120. So it would be $1240. So he's getting 1240 as his monthly payment. जी बेटा. So moving on to next question. Next question is a question of simple interest. You can see. The question is Sarah invests $240 in an account that pays 3% per year simple interest. So he leaves the money in the account for 5 years. You need to find out how much money is there after at the end of 5 years. Okay. So first of all, you need to calculate simple interest. So what is the formula, Amsal? What is the formula of simple interest?
Principal amount, rate, time divided by 100.
That's right. Principal amount, rate, time divided by 100. PRT by 100. So simply put the value as 240 is the principal amount. So rate is 3 and your time is 5. इसमें सिर्फ इस formula में एक trick है. This T should be in years. ठीक है? So there is no other trick. So cancel this is 1 0 and 2 5s are 10. 2 12s are 24. Then 5 can be cancelled. So in the denominator, 1 is there. In the numerator, it is 12 and 3 left. So 12 threes are $36. So he will get $36 as a simple interest. But in the question, they are asking me, okay, how much total money is there? So how I'm going to find out? So the total money after 5 years would be principal amount, which is 240, plus the interest he's getting $36. So the total amount would be $276. ठीक है? I hope this is clear. Tareem bete, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bete. So next question is, our trader buys seven items for $4.1 and 5 items for $6.40. He sells all of them at $10. Okay, so you need to find out how much is the profit. So profit ke liye we need to know how much is the cost price and how much is the sale price. So if we say cost price, so he is purchasing 7 items at $4.1 and the 5 items for $6.40. Okay, so just simply calculate it. 7 into 4.1, so 28, 28.7 plus if you calculate this part, so 6 5 4s are 20, 6 5s are 30 and 32. So the total cost prices or the money is spending in purchasing these items was 60.7. So now what is the sale price? So it does not matter which item we are taking. He's selling all of them at $10. So the total sale price is $120. Okay. So now how much is the profit? Profit is basically sale price minus cost price. So if you subtract 120, oh sorry, 60.7 from 120, the answer would be $59.3. So this is the money he's getting as a profit. But any question in this? Any question till this point? Ji bete, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So
Yes, ma'am.
moving on to, all right, very good. So moving on to B part. B part is find the simple interest on $450 for 5 years at 4. So simple, we need to find out simple interest PRT by 100. So principal amount is $450, rate is 4 and years are 5. So you can cancel this 1 0 और this 0 can be cancelled because ये 20 होता है तो ये 0 cancel हो जाए. 45 into 90 is, or 45 into 2 is $90. ठीक है? So your simple interest would be $90. So moving on to next question. Next question is a table. So we need to fill in the missing values. 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5 and that is equal to 50%. So first one is done for you, right? So then 3 by 20. What is the decimal form of 3 by 20? So we can change it into, we can multiply it with 5. So it is basically 15 by 100. So 0.15 and 15%. Is this clear, Bete, how we did that? So I have changed the denominator into 100 so that I can convert it into both forms, decimal as well as percentage form. Is it clear? Yeah, how we did it? Yes? Okay. So now 62.5% as a fraction. So 62.5 divided by 100. So we need to keep it in the fraction form. So ये बन जाएगा 625 by 1000. और इसको अगर further solve करें, divide it with 25. So 25 twos are 50 and we are left with 120. 25 fives are 125. So 25 40. We can still divide it with 5. So 5 by 8 is your fraction form of 62.5. So now comes the decimal form, 62.5. If we remove the percent sign, so there is 100 here. Because we need to keep it in the decimal. So you are shifting this decimal 2 step at the back. So your answer is 0.625. So I hope these two things are clear. When you are keeping it in the fraction, you need to simplify. When you are keeping in form of decimal, then you need to utilize that 100% and move the decimal towards the backward. All right. So next is again a knowledge-based question. We will just complete this document as quickly as possible. 32 holds 1 by 2 as a fraction. So because we need to change it into fraction form, so we will just say, okay, it is 32.5%. या फिर आप कह सकते हैं 325 by 1000. So same question, same method. Divide it with 25 to simplify. So it will be 75. So 13 divided by 40. This is the simplest form because 13 is a prime number. Okay, you cannot simplify it any further. So next question is that you need to write from smallest to largest. Again, a simple question. First step would be that you need to convert them into the decimal forms. So you can multiply this with 4. So अगर 4 से multiply करें तो ये क्या बन जाता है?
36/100.
36/100 या फिर आप इसको लिख सकते हैं 0.36. 7/20 को अगर आप 5 से मल्टीप्लाई कर लें तो इट इज 35/100 या फिर आप इसको लिख सकते हैं 0.35. So now we can just compare then up to 3 decimal places. ये 380 है, 360, 0.400 और ये आपके पास 0.350 है. So which one is the smallest? Which one is the
7 by
smallest?
20. 7/20.
7/20 is the smallest. Then it is 0.38. Sorry.
9/25.
9/25. Then next would be 0.38. And then next last would be 0.4. Okay. I hope this is clear. This is basic level question. Okay. So next question is again a simple question. 1 kilogram cost 16. So you can compare them also, grams. So you can use a proportion method also. Grams are compared with price. So 1000 grams are having price $16. So आपने पता करना है 300 grams would be having what price. So it's a direct proportion because the more the weight, the more the price. So you can just simply write it down like this. X by 16 is equal to 300 by 1000. Okay. So X would be 300 into 16 divided by 1000. And these two zeros can be cancelled. 16 threes are 48 by 10. So this is $4.8. Okay. This is how you can simply solve it. So next is again a question of simple interest. Okay, I know you can solve it on your own. The formula is simple interest is PRT by 100. Okay. So the next question is the total cost of 3 pencils is 1.23. So you can use proportion here also. Okay, bete. So I'm skipping these questions because we have solved these questions repeatedly many times. So I'm sure you can do it now. So next B part is arrange in order. So you can all convert them all into the decimal and then compare them up to 3 decimal places. Okay. So then the 48th question. 48th question is that you need to Rani spent $240. She spends 5/8 of this on new phone. So you need to find out price of that phone. So very simple question. How we are going to solve that?
We are gonna find out the 5/8 of 240.
That's right. We are going to find out 5/8 of 240 and we will simplify it. Okay, very easy question. So now comes the last question of this document. So question is Anna invests $150 in an account that pays simple interest. Okay. So she leaves the money in account for 4 years. At the end of 4 years, she has 162. So we need to find out the rate. So the formula is the same formula. This time we need to find out rate instead of a simple interest. So we know that the formula is simple interest is equal to PRT by 100. So this time simple interest is given to you. Acha, I have a question here. Principal amount is $150. Rate is unknown, so we will keep it in the formula. Time is 4 years and there is 100 here. So what is SI? What is the simple interest in this question? Who can tell me?
$2. 162.
162. Is this all simple interest? Because she is investing $150. So 162 cannot be the simple interest. Kinza, what is the simple interest then?
162 minus 150.
That's right. So this is the total amount she is getting after 4 years. इसमें principal amount भी है और interest भी है. So you need to subtract it. आपने ये चीज ध्यान रखनी है. So this is the money she is getting after 4 years. It means that this is having the principal amount as well. So simple interest is just $12. ठीक है? Simple interest is $12. So now, how will you calculate? You will rearrange it. 100 can go over there, so it will become 1200. And 15 into 4 would be 15 twos are 300. So 15 fours, it's 600. Okay. So rate would be 1200 by 600, and rate is 2%. Okay. This is one way of solving this question. There is another way of solving this question. It's very interesting, you can solve these questions in many ways. So it's just like that you are clear with the concept or not. So another way of solving this is that you can use the formula percentage. जैसे हम percentage profit करते हैं, इसी तरह हम find out कर सकते हैं percentage interest. ठीक है, percentage interest का क्या मतलब है कि how much percent interest she is getting. So this is equal to, अब यहाँ पर मेरे पास क्या वैल्यू आती है, यूजुअली अगर प्रॉफिट परसेंटेज है तो यहाँ प्रॉफिट आता है. अब ये परसेंटेज इंटरेस्ट है तो यहाँ पर इंटरेस्ट आएगा. ठीक है, इंटरेस्ट फॉर 1 ईयर, पर ईयर. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये एनम में होता है ना, डिवाइडेड बाय हाउ मच इज द प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट. क्योंकि आपको पता है जो परसेंटेज होती है किसी भी चीज की वो ओल्डर वैल्यू पे होती है, तो ओल्डर वैल्यू इज योर प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 100. सो इस तरह भी आप निकाल सकते हैं. इंटरेस्ट पर ईयर उसने आपको बताया हुआ है कि इंटरेस्ट पर ईयर इज हाउ मच इज द इंटरेस्ट पर ईयर, मतलब हाउ मच इज द इंटरेस्ट फॉर 1 ईयर. तो देखिए, इफ शी इज गेटिंग $12 फॉर 4 years, तो इसका मतलब है कि 1 ईयर में उसको कितने डॉलर्स मिल रहे हैं. How much she is getting for 1 year?
$3.
$3 per year. So this is $3. Principal amount is 150 multiplied by 100. So आप इस तरह से भी ये calculate कर सकते हैं. 300 by 150. So that is your 2% answer. ठीक है. So it is just that how you are going to or which method you want to use. ठीक है. I hope this is clear till now. Is it? जी बेटे, is it clear? So with this, we are going to, finish the percentage topic.
Miss, why did you write 3 in the interest part, in the interest percentage, when we have to find out that? Why
So
did you
bete,
write 3?
ji bete, I'm going to tell you, because the total interest she's getting in 4 years is $12. Okay, I have written it here. Can you see this part? So the total interest she's getting in 4 years is $12. So in 1 year, she's getting $3 as an interest. Okay? So interest per year is $3. So that's why we are using 3 here. Right? So these are two different methods. If the first method is making more sense to you, use that method. Okay? So bete, with this, we are going to finish the second PDF, which is related to percentage. Any questions? No questions? जी बेटे, no questions?
No, ma'am.
No,
अच्छा बेटे,
ma'am.
now I'm, having something for you. This is uh, this is how we started. I hope you can see it on your screen. This is the syllabus for 4024 paper, and I have started from the first topic, practical arithmetic. We have done types of numbers we have done. Okay, so we are left with this number sequences and patterns. So agar hum dekhein from the very start, we are done with this one. We are done with this one also. I cannot edit it, I believe. Just let me see if I can edit it. Okay, this is done. This is also done. Types of numbers. So we are left with this one. और अगर आप नीचे देखें तो fractions, decimal percentages we have done, ordering we have done, ठीक है, estimation we have done. So we are left with number sequences and patterns from this part, and then comes indices and standard form. So I am this percentage we have already done. So we will use these two, ratio and rates, we will do in the coming weeks. So now I want to ask you, should we keep going in this order? Because I'm planning to complete this whole unit, which is the first pillar of the syllabus, numbers. So do you want me to do this all in the first go, or do you want me to stop here with this chapter and then move on to the second chapter? I will show you that also. So have you seen it? Like, can you see it clearly now? What we have done is, today was lesson 6. Today is lesson 6, and we have done this much. Okay. So do you want me to continue with the same unit, or do you want to go to the next one? Yes, screenshot I will share with you. So next unit is basically, I will show you, because some of you want to do algebra. So I'm showing you the second unit. Second unit is this. I hope you can see on your screen. This is the second unit. Another, you can say, pillar of your syllabus. It's algebra, the formulas, simplifications, linear equations, simultaneous linear equation, factorizations, quadratic equations, completing the square method, and this and that all, inequalities. And there are two more topics also in this chapter. Let me show you those also. Indices and proportion, algebraic proportion. So do you want to start solving chapter 2, or do you want me to continue on the chapter 1? What do you think?
Ma'am, continue on chapter 1.
All right. So what
Continue.
about continue on chapter 1? So Kinza, what do you think?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is chapter 1. Kinza, what do you think? So we can do number sequences right now. We can start number sequences, and then we can, from tomorrow onward, probably we can start with the indices and standard form. And then definitely ratio and proportion. And then we can do the rest, the fourth one. Thirds are there also. Limits of accuracy is there. So should we continue with the same chapter?
No, we should move on to the next one.
So we should skip the topics which are there, which are left, because you told me that
No.
you want to do indices, you want to do surds, वो सारे इसी chapter में है. And you want to do proportion. Proportion is there also. Limit of accuracy is there. Standard form is there. So do you really want to skip this all and move on to the algebra?
No, ma'am.
All right. So think about it, because we will start it tomorrow anyhow. So I will share, I will create another poll along with the, I will share with you the topics also. Okay. So if we will continue this chapter, so probably it will take me, let's say I'm making a guess, but it will take us at least 6 to 8 days. Okay. Because we are having questions, separate PDFs for each topic. Okay. So it will take me a minimum 6 days, maximum 8 days. And we will be done with this chapter. Okay. So I will share the content of chapter 2 as well as chapter 1, and I will create a poll for you to decide, think about it, and then decide it. Okay. So in the meanwhile, mm, I'm opening the next PDF, which is number sequences. So number sequences, you can see, are there in two positions. One is 1.3, where there are number sequences and patterns, and the other is in the E part, where there are number sequences and pattern too. So there are two types. One are the simple questions where the sequences are there, patterns are there, and the other one is where you can say, what can I say about it, where nth term is there. Okay, you need to make algebraic formula of a sequence. All right, so a bit you can say difficult questions are there. Okay, so decide it later on and then tell me. So I'm going to open now the PDF of uh PDF of number sequences. Just give me 1 minute, let me share it with you. So number sequences questions. So this is the topic, number sequences. These are the past paper P1 questions of number sequences. So I hope you can see the document on your screen. Can you, Bite?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start. Let me zoom in so that you can see. So the first question, A part, is write down the next two terms in the sequence. It's a 1 mark question. So the first number is, let me zoom in a bit. First number is 20. Second is 16 whole by 2. Then 13. Then 9 wholes 1 by 2. Then 6. So my first question is this decreasing sequence or an increasing sequence?
I'm decreasing.
Yeah, that's right. It's a decreasing sequence. So if it is a decreasing sequence, which operation I'm expecting?
I'm subtraction.
Subtraction. That's right. Subtraction. So 20 is turning into 16.5. So how much we are subtracting?
3.5.
3.5. Okay. So then 16.5 turns into 13. Again minus 3.5. Okay. So the rule is, इसका मतलब है, we can say rule is minus 3.5. So what will be the next term? Next two terms. 6 के बाद क्या होगा? What will come after 6?
2.5.
2.5. If you cannot comprehend it, so आप इसको minus करके देख लें. 6.0 and minus 3.5. तो आप इसको minus करके देख लें. It will be 2.5. So now I want to subtract 3.5 again. अब क्या आंसर होगा? So who can answer? Marosh, can you tell me better? Plus 2.5 minus 3.5, what would be the answer?
-1.
Minus 1. ठीक है? That is the answer. Answer of the bigger number will come. Remember the rules of integers. Answer of the bigger number will come and the operation will be subtraction. So it's a 1 mark question in the past paper. You need to do it very carefully. All right. So next question is that a sequence is given to you and you need to tell two things. बल्कि one thing, you need to write nth term formula. We need to find nth term formula. So probably it's a new thing for you, Shahir. Nth term formula. So how can we find nth term formula? Can you tell me, guys? Ji, Tareem, can you recall the formula of an? How can we make a general term formula for the sequences? First of all, can anyone tell us all that what is the difference? We can calculate the next terms by finding the rule of the sequence. So why do we need nth term formula for the sequence? Marosh Bete, can you answer this question? Okay, when we can find the next terms by finding the rule, why do we need general term formula?
Because when they ask you to find a number in the sequence that's like for like the 1,000 term, like obviously it's gonna be hard. So that's why we use this formula to easily find that term.
And that's right. So nth term formula or the general term formula is used to calculate any term of the sequence. So अगर हम rule use करते हैं तो आप देखें we can just find the next term और हम next term निकालते जाते हैं, but we cannot find manually the 100th term for example. फिर हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? हमें उसे manually find करना पड़ेगा. General term formula is like a you can say formula in which you can put the value of n. N can be any number. So उस नंबर पे जो आपका टर्म आती है, टर्म नंबर है n, सो वो आपको पता चल जाती है. ठीक है? सो दिस n कैन बी 50. अगर n आप 50 पुट करेंगे तो यू विल गेट 50th टर्म ऑफ द सीक्वेंस. अगर आप n 75 पुट करेंगे तो यू विल गेट 75th term of the sequence. All right, like this. So इसका फॉर्मूला होता है an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 into d. ठीक है? अब इसमें ये सब क्या है? an क्या है? an आपके पास है nth term. ठीक है? ये आपने याद रखना है. an is nth term. जहां भी हमारे पास इस डॉक्यूमेंट में ये क्वेश्चन आएगा कि we need to find the nth term, so we will use this formula. a1 क्या होगी? a1 is first term of the sequence. ठीक है? So n is term number. ठीक है? And d is difference between two terms. या आप कह सकते हैं second term minus first term. ठीक है? This is how you need to calculate nth term formula. अब जब आप nth term formula calculate करते हैं तो you will only put value of a1 and d in the formula. You will not put n or an. ठीक है? So for this particular sequence, a1 is 1. Okay, this is a1 and d is second term minus first. So 4 minus 1, your difference is 3. So this is an increasing sequence. लेकिन अगर आपकी sequence decreasing sequence हो तो d आपका क्या आता है? Negative आता है. ठीक है? So now I am just putting the values. a1 is 1 plus n minus 1 into d is 3. So now I will just expand it. It's a simple, linear equation. सो 1 प्लस ये 3 दोनों से मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा तो 3n minus 3 and the formal final formula is 3n. So -3 plus 1 is -2. ये आपके पास क्या बन जाता है, nth टर्म फॉर्मूला बन जाता है। अब देखिए इस फॉर्मूला का क्या फायदा है, अगर आप इसमें n1 पुट करें तो इट मीन्स यू आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड द फर्स्ट टर्म। तो ये आपका फॉर्मूला बन जाएगा a1 इज इक्वल टू 3 इंटू 1 माइनस 2। सो 3 इंटू 1 मतलब 3 minus 2 1 आ गया एंड दैट इज योर first term. Now if I am finding a5 for example, so 3 into 5 minus 2, ठीक है, what I am doing, I am putting n की जगह पे I am replacing n with 5 this time, ठीक है, so it is 15 minus 2 and a5 is 13 and that makes sense. Can you see in the sequence a5 is 13? Beta, is this clear? Shahir, Tahreem and Marosh, beta, are you clear?
Oh, ma'am, from where did you put that 3 with the n in the formula? Like 1 plus 3n. It wasn't in the formula back there.
All right. Just are you clear till this point? Okay, how 3n minus 2 is coming?
No, ma'am. I am asking that at first, like an is equal to 1 plus n minus 1 multiplied by 3. So why did you add 3 with n when you
I'm
broke the bracket?
noting when I'm removing the bracket, so I'm expanding it. ये आपने किया है ना, देखो I'm writing is here. ये आप expand नहीं कर सकते 3 into n minus 1. आपने algebra में पढ़ा है ना, 3 is multiplied with both of the terms. जब आप expand करते हैं, जब when you remove the brackets, तो answer would be 3n minus 3. ये किया हुआ है ना आपने शहीर, ये किया हुआ
Yes,
है आपने,
ma'am.
ठीक है, so it is just 3 is written afterwards, but it is the similar thing, ठीक है, चाहे आप ऐसे लिख लें या आप 3 बाद में लिख लें, तो it does not make any difference, ठीक है, so this is how you are solving it. जी तैरीम, you want to say something बेटे?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so beta, you need to remember three things. Whenever the question is find the nth term of the sequence, so आपने सबसे पहले क्या करना है, आपने उस sequence का nth term formula है, ये क्या है हमारे पास? Let me write it down here ताकि आपको याद रहे. ये मेरे पास nth term formula है, ये वाला, इसको कहते हैं हम nth term formula, ठीक है, इसका एक और नाम भी होता है, it's also called general term formula. General because this is a flexible formula. You can use any value of n. ठीक है? So you need to remember this formula because this formula is not given in the formula sheet. ठीक है? So whenever you need to find nth term of the sequence or general term formula आपने बनाना हो तो you will use this formula. आपने ये याद रखना है, इस फॉर्मूला में आपने सिर्फ a1 को पुट करना है और d को पुट करना है. और अगर आप ध्यान से देखें यहाँ पर तो a1 is your first term, ठीक है, so that makes sense. a1 is your first term, so first term of the sequence you need to make the nth term formula. फिर आपने d कैसे निकालना है, d is basically I have written it here, second term minus first term. So the second term is 4, 4 minus 1, so 4 minus 1 will be 3. अच्छा, यहाँ पे I told you one interesting point कि if the sequence is increasing sequence, so d is positive value. But if the sequence is decreasing sequence, then d would be negative value because definitely the second term would be smaller and the first term will be bigger. ठीक है, ये आपने बात याद रखनी है. So even if d is coming negative, we can just put it here and we will expand it. ठीक है. So then after putting the values, you will just expand this bracket, this one, and then you will write down the formula in terms of n. अब now what is n, मैंने यहाँ पर बताया था n यहाँ पर हमारे पास टर्म नंबर है, ठीक है, इट्स अ जनरल टर्म फॉर्मूला, आप इसमें जो भी n पुट करेंगे आपको सीक्वेंस की वही टर्म मिल जाएगी। अगर देखिए आप, मैंने चेक करने के लिए क्या किया, मैंने n1 पुट किया यहाँ पर। जब मैंने n1 पुट किया तो आई एम गेटिंग one answer and that makes sense because the first term of the sequence is 1, so this is a correct answer. फिर मैंने क्या किया, मैंने n5 पुट किया, ठीक है, जस्ट टू वेरीफाई कि मेरा फॉर्मूला सही है। जब मैंने n5 पुट किया तो मेरे पास आंसर 13 आया, एंड 13 यू कैन सी इज द फिफ्थ टर्म ऑफ द सीक्वेंस, सो दैट मीन्स कि दिस फॉर्मूला इज करेक्ट। ठीक है बेटे, इज इट मेकिंग सेंस नाउ? Shahir, is it making sense now?
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Marosh and Tehreem bete? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay bete. So next question is a question from, you can say, so question is that given that n is equal to 87 multiplied by 132. Okay. So you need to calculate two things. First of all, you need to find out the answer of 88 multiplied by 132. And then you need to find out answer of 87 multiplied by 131. सो 88 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 132, हमने बेसिकली इसमें n को यूज करना। अगर आप गौर से देखें तो उन्होंने आंसर स्पेस में पहले ही लिख दिया है कि आपने इसको n की टर्म में आंसर निकालना है। देखिए, लेट मी जस्ट टेक यू टुवर्ड्स दिस साइड। कैन यू सी, आपने आंसर में n प्लस आंसर लिखना है और इसमें n माइनस आंसर लिखना है। इसका मतलब है जो एक्स्ट्रा वैल्यू है उसको आपने कहीं पर यूटिलाइज कर देना है, एडजस्ट कर देना है। जैसे कि फर्स्ट पार्ट अगर मैं करूं तो फर्स्ट पार्ट में उन्होंने मुझे कहा है कि यू नीड टू कैलकुलेट 88 इंटू 132, और मैंने आंसर इस तरह लिखना है कि n सेपरेट हो जाए और यहाँ पर प्लस के साथ मैं आंसर ढूंढ लूं। ठीक है, तो इसको हम कैसे करते हैं इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस को, कि मैंने n को इंट्रोड्यूस कराना है। अब देखिए n इज नॉट 87, n इज 87 इंटू 132। इसका मतलब है इसको मैं लिख सकती हूँ 87 प्लस 1। ठीक है, इट्स अ जनरल मैथमेटिकल लॉजिकल क्वेश्चन। ठीक है, सो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग हियर कि n मुझे पुट करना है किसी तरह से इस एक्सप्रेशन में, और मुझे ये पता है कि n 87 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 132। इसका मतलब मैं 88 को लिख दूंगी 87 प्लस 1। अब अगर इसको मैं सॉल्व करूं तो ये मेरे पास आता है, अगर इसको एक्सपैंड करूं तो ये मेरे पास आएगा 87 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 132 प्लस 1 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 132। ये बात समझ आ रही है? ये चीज समझ आ रही है आपको? ठीक है, मारोश, इज इट क्लियर बेटे? To introduce n in the question or in the statement, I have written it like this. अब देखिए, now this is n, so मैं इसको लिख सकती हूँ n plus, और 132 1 जार 132 ही होता है तो 132। इसका मतलब मेरा आंसर फर्स्ट पार्ट का क्या होगा, n plus 132। Now similarly the second part, अब देखिए second part is 87 into 131। so second part में उन्होंने क्या किया है, उन्होंने लिखा हुआ है 87 into 131 is equal to n minus something। ये आपको उन्होंने हिंट दिया। ठीक है, सो हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व इट, यू आर गोइंग टू से 87 मल्टीप्लाई बाय, अब इसको आप किस तरह लिख सकते हैं, 132 माइनस 1 करके लिख सकते हैं। ठीक है, वाई, so that the first part is coming as, ठीक है, so now you will expand the bracket, this is 87 into 132 minus 87 into 1। ठीक है, so now this part is n and this is 87, so answer of second part would be n minus 87। It's a general question, where you can use the logics, and they are both 1 marks each. Is this clear how you have introduced n in the equation in the question?
I
जी
don't
बेटे.
really get it.
All right,
Not really.
all right. So what about Shahir and Tahreem?
Ma'am, I also can't get it.
Okay, so let me try this again. Just give me a minute. Let's try it again. Okay. So the question is that it is given to you that n is equal to, n can be anything, n is equal to 87 into 132. Okay. So in the first statement, they are saying, in the A part, they are saying complete the statements in answer space. So the first statement is, let me take you to that statement. First statement is 88 into 132 is equal to n plus something. Okay. And I know I'm writing this all here. I know that n is equal to, it's given in the question, k n is equal to 87 multiply by 132. ये n की value है. So now they are asking me to change this expression 88 into 132 into in form of n. ठीक है. अब देखिए, आई कैन सी के n और इस एक्सप्रेशन में क्या डिफरेंस है. n में यहाँ पर 87 है, and in this expression there is 88. ठीक है. So to change this expression, or to solve this expression, I can write down this 88 into 132 as 87 plus 1 into 132. ये ऐसे ही है जैसे हम अलजेब्रा में करते हैं ना. So we are doing that the same steps in numbers. ठीक है. सो मुझे यहाँ से भी हिंट मिल रहा है कि n में कुछ ऐड हो रहा है, तो आई हैव सेपरेटेड 87 and 1. Why? Because 87 into 132 would be n. ठीक है. So now if I expand this bracket, this is algebra simply, या सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है. 87 into 132 करेंगे पहले, प्लस हम क्या करेंगे, 87 into, सॉरी 1 into 132. इस स्टेप में मैंने क्या किया, मैंने सिंपल इस ब्रैकेट को ओपन कर दिया. 132 इन दोनों से मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है सेपरेटली. ठीक है. अब देखिए आप, ये क्या है मेरे पास, ये मेरे पास n है, और यहाँ पर 132 इंटू 132 आ जाएगा. इसका मतलब है ये एक्सप्रेशन मेरे पास क्या बन जाता है, n प्लस 132. आर वी क्लियर नाउ? Are we clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Tahreem? बेटे, are we clear now? उन्होंने हमें एक एक्सप्रेशन दिया है, और उस एक्सप्रेशन में हमने यूज करना है कुछ ना. जैसे हमें ये कहा जाए, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एन एग्जांपल, फॉर एग्जांपल कि इफ आई एम हैविंग लेट्स से 5 is equal to, let's say, a symbol of a ball. ठीक है. So now the given value to, like it is given to me कि expression है, let's say 31, और मैंने इसको कुछ ऐसे फॉर्म में लिखना है कि balls plus something. So what I will do, because 31 में खुद तो 5 नहीं आ सकता, लेकिन मैं इसको कुछ इस तरह चेंज कर सकती हूँ कि ये let's say 6 into 5 plus 1 है. So I'm just making using a common sense to change the expression, ताकि मैं किसी तरह इस वैल्यू को इंट्रोड्यूस करा लूँ. अब देखिए 6 को तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन 5 की जगह पे I can put this symbol. इसका मतलब है 5 balls plus 1. ठीक है. Why? Because 5 can be replaced with this symbol. ठीक है. So that is the same question here. उन्होंने हमें कहा है कि if this kind of expression is there ना 87 into 132, तो आप उसकी जगह पे n लिख सकते हैं. n is any expression, any symbol, any digit, alphabet. ठीक है. सो हमने यही किया कि हमने जो गिवन एक्सप्रेशन था उसको इसी तरह चेंज करने की कोशिश की कि उसमें किसी तरह से ये n वाला एक्सप्रेशन बन जाए ताकि हम n को इंट्रोड्यूस करा लें. ठीक है. नाउ इन द सेकंड पार्ट इट इज n माइनस समथिंग. ठीक है. सो द क्वेश्चन इज 87 into 131. अब देखें 87 तो n के पास भी है, तो 87 को तो हम चेंज ही नहीं करेंगे. इसका मतलब है 132 को हमने 131 बनाना है, तो हम इस 131 को लिखेंगे 132 minus 1. ठीक है. नाउ इफ यू विल ओपन इट, तो ये आपके पास n बन जाएगा 87 into 132 और माइनस आपके पास क्या आ जाएगा 87 into 1. तो अब ये मेरे पास एक्सप्रेशन किसके इक्वल है? ये एक्सप्रेशन n के इक्वल है. सो n minus 87 आ जाएगा. तो पहला एक्सप्रेशन है n plus 132, दूसरा एक्सप्रेशन है n minus 87. Is it making sense now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. ठीक है बेटे. मारोश.
Yes, ma'am.
So now comes the B part. ठीक है. अब उन्होंने आपसे कहा जो आपने पहले कर लिया वो तो ठीक है. So hence evaluate n 88 into 132 multiplied with 87 into 1. अब आपने इसको सॉल्व नहीं करना. अब आपने इसको मल्टीप्लाई नहीं करना इन दोनों को और आंसर को सब्ट्रैक्ट नहीं करना, बल्कि आपने ये इंफॉर्मेशन यूज करनी है. 88 into 132 अभी आपने इवेलुएट किया है. 88 into 132 किसके बराबर है बेटे? n plus
132.
132 माइनस 87 into 131 किसके बराबर है? n minus 87.
87.
ठीक है. आर वी क्लियर? अब आपने इसको कैलकुलेट नहीं करना, आपने इसको इवेलुएट करना है. अब देखिए आप जरा, देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू टर्म्स. अगर वो चाहते ना कि आप इसको मल्टीप्लाई करें और इसको भी मल्टीप्लाई करें और फिर दोनों का डिफरेंस निकाले, तो यहाँ पर इवेलुएट ना होता, यहाँ पर कैलकुलेट होता. ठीक है. वो कैलकुलेशन है अगर मैं इसको मल्टीप्लाई और माइनस करूं. ठीक है. इवेलुएशन का मतलब क्या होता है कि आप इसको सॉल्व करें यूजिंग द गिवन यू कैन से नॉलेज, जैसे हम अलजेब्रा में इवेलुएट करते हैं. ठीक है. अब 88 into 132 मैंने फर्स्ट पार्ट में कैलकुलेट किया है, इसके बराबर है, और 87 into 131 इसके बराबर. अब मैं सिंपल ब्रैकेट्स ओपन करूं तो n plus 132 minus n plus 87. Because of this negative sign, both signs will be changed. So now I can cancel this n because it is a zero pair. मेरे पास बाकी क्या रह गया? 132 plus 87. So ये मेरे पास कितना आता है? 219. ठीक है. So it means अगर आप इसको कैलकुलेट करते ना इतने बड़े नंबर्स को, तो भी आपका आंसर 219 ही आता. ठीक है. This is just a method of solving it. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
नहीं जी. मारोश, are we clear बच्चे?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, beta, should we solve the next question as well and then we can finish?
No, ma'am, we can stop here.
All right, we can stop here. So let's solve the next question tomorrow. All right. So, and I will create a poll for tomorrow, inshallah, ke which topic we need to start, because I think so this sequence will take some time tomorrow also. ठीक है. So with that, we will end the class. Thank you for joining, everyone. Take care. Allah Hafiz. See you in the next class.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.
Allah Hafiz, bete.
Office, ma'am.
Allah Hafiz, Marosh. Allah Hafiz, Tehreem.
Allah Hafiz.